crazily the New York Giants win in a shootout, really, in an offensive battle. It was close until the end. Basically, they took a late 7-point lead, and they were able to get a stop late from the Vikings. But the story of this game really was Daniel Jones, in my opinion. Daniel Jones, I think you had said something last week that was basically like, you're going to take the Giants, but what you're afraid of was the skill players like Justin Jefferson taking this game over, right? You were like, if somebody's going to have if somebody's going to be the X factor, it's going to be someone on the Vikings, right? Funny thing was, it was Daniel Jones. He was legitimately the X factor. You look at the stat line, 301 passing yards, 2 TDs, no ints, 78 rushing yards, 24 for 35. I mean, rushing for first downs, passing for first downs.
Yes, I mean, 17 carries too. Like it's not like he got 1 or 2 fluke runs off. He was routinely picking up first downs off the run.
Right. And to think about, we've said it before, look who he's throwing to. Number 1 receiver is a guy named Hodgins that was like on a practice squad 2 months ago. I mean, they're subbing in Galladay because like these like practice squad guys are getting hurt. And they can't even get him to have stats. Slayton is wide open late in the game on a like a 5-yard drag, and he drops the ball. I mean,
they got Wegmans cashiers out here catching passes. This Giants
Daniel
team.
Jones is throwing exactly to these guys, right? And he still puts up these crazy numbers. I think it speaks a lot to coaching because we have not seen Daniel Jones play this good, protect the ball this well, and be as efficient.
Because right, this guy. I don't think I'm gonna fact check myself here. No fumble. There are actually no turnovers at all this game.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean that's again a big thing that even when he'd show years ago when he'd show some dimes when he was out here throwing dimes, throwing dollars, Even when he was doing that, he was also fumbling at a crazy rate and throwing wacky picks. But yeah, this game, it's the fact that he's doing so much, and that he's not giving those kind of head scratching ints. He's not just playing free and loose with the ball, not holding on to it too tight. I mean, I think this game, this game especially, the fact that they made the playoffs, but this game especially, I mean, I think it shows. I gotta think he's getting a contract. I don't know what it's going to be because this is last year. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option, I think, or whatever it was. I have to think. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know. Right? It's going to be interesting to see because I don't know what it's going to be. But even if they go out and lose next week, unless Daniel Jones just absolutely just like crazy things, he plays so poorly. I mean, that's what I mean. Like unless he just completely poops the bed here, I have to think he's going to get an interesting prove it deal sort of thing. And I think he deserves it. I think like based off this season, yes, it's the new coaching and everything, but I mean, that's the thing. He had what, Joe Judge and stuff as his head coach, the guy running the famed Patriots offense this season, or co-running it. I mean, I think it's very interesting. I'd be shocked if it gets too long of a deal, because I think there is still like a prove it aspect, but I mean, I don't know. I think this was an amazing game for him, for winning a playoff game. I mean, right? Not plenty quarterbacks go their career without winning a playoff game.
Yeah,
so.
And this is his first playoff game. I mean, and I do want to point out the Vikings defense is awful, right? We should have maybe seen this coming a little bit. They give up a ton of yards, and they've just made plays when they've had to late in games all season. Unfortunately, the luck ran out. I want to switch to more of the Vikings side. I think this is as much a Dayball coaching victory as it is what's his name? McConnell?
McConnell, something like that.
Yeah, basically the Vikings.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, Vikings head coach. I mean, he's just that generic young offensive head coach that everyone's been hiring. He's like one of many clones after the McVay 2017 Super Bowl. So they're all the same to me. But we're early in the game, and the Vikings are on 3rd and 1, and they run some sort of weird, reverse to Justin Jefferson, and then he throws it back to Kirk Cousins across the field. We're 3rd and 1, guys. I don't understand how hard it is. Like if on 3rd and 1 you run whatever it is, HB draw or the QB sneak, and you can't get a yard. You can't get if you can't get the 1 yard, okay, whatever. I think you just say, okay, fine. And I know there's plenty of examples of when everybody thinks you're going to run up the middle, you should do a jet or something. But to me, I'm not sure what the percentage of
fundamentals.
Success. Yeah, just
fundamentals.
We're doing a reverse to JJ, and then what? Like back to Kirk. Kirk's gonna. It was a forward pass back to Kirk.
Some sort of fleet. Oh yeah, it was a four. That is.
It was like a 2 yard forward pass. I don't know if it was supposed to be backwards, but Kirk just gets blown up. Like he's up there by himself, no blockers, and it's like, and the coach comes up. The coach, like at the post game, the coach says, like, "Yeah, that was me being a little bit too cute with it," type of thing. It's like, you think so? You think so?
I did. Just getting blown.
Just you can watch,
bro. They called a quarterback screen.
pretty much with no blockers.
They called a quarterback screen with no blockers,
and so that was early. So like that gets like, but there's just points in the game where you say to yourself, "Wow, the coaching gap." Like at one point, the Giants, before they kick it back to the Vikings at the end of the game, right, where it's like it's late in the fourth, it's second down. Giants still have the ball. They're trying to run it out, right? And basically Jones drops back to pass. He gets out of the pocket, and it looks like he can run sort of towards the line of scrimmage to get back some yards and kind of run towards out of bounds. But the clock is ticking right here. Like they've got 4 or 5 minutes left in the game. Vikings, they're trying to get the Vikings to use their timeouts. And he kind of just takes the sack, like a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it's those types of things where you say, like, this is a well-coached team. Jones is being told what he needs to be told to not screw this up, right? Like, hey, if you get out, you can go ahead and peel out, but stay in bounds. Don't give them an opportunity to have more time. They need a touchdown here. They're going to have to drive the whole field. Let's not, right? And so to me, it's just like he's been Dable has put him and the entire team defensively, offensively, to basically have success, to not make mistakes. And they've been doing that. When they don't make mistakes, they've won games this season. And once again, no turnovers. That offensively, defensively, they played pretty sound. Only gave up 24 points. A good offense. I don't know.
I think this will be interesting because I like this game. I would not have thought the Giants would have scored 30 points in this game. And for me, yes, we know Minnesota's defense is not good, but they didn't even score this many points last time they played the Minnesota defense, which I just think that for me was one of the big things missing from the Giants as a team, that ability to score over 30 points. And this game, I know I think they did once or twice this season, but like for me, the fact that they were able to do this in a playoff game against a bad defense, sure, but still against a real playoff team, the 3 seed, even though we all doubted the Vikings, they were still the 3 seed, good record. And they were able to put up over 30 points against them. I think bodes well, makes the matchup there more interesting.
100%,
potentially.
100%. And we're going to look back and say this season, the Rams didn't even make it to the playoffs. The Packers didn't even make it to the playoffs. They were supposed to be favorites, right? They were supposed to be really good, right? And
some people put Aaron Rodgers as their top quarterback in the league,
right? Teams that did make it to the playoffs, some of them will not even have won a game, like the Chargers, right? Everyone hyping the Chargers. At least they made it, but they will not win a game. The Giants will get to say, hey, we made it to the playoffs and we won a game, right? And that's good for their franchise for it's been 5-year drought or whatever. And hey, it's not over yet, right? So
and stat, believe this is a true stat. The past 3 years, the past 3 years where the Giants have won a playoff game, they went on to win the Super Bowl that year.
Yes.
Right? Because the years they would win Super Bowls, it wasn't like they were some sort of favorite coming in. It's not like the Giants were favored against the Patriots in 2007. It's not. I don't know if they made the playoffs at all between then and 2012. I mean, maybe they did, but they didn't win a playoff game in that span. It's just definitely they're a dark horse sort of team.
Oh, absolutely.
Eli too. We all said they picked Daniel Jones because he's kind of just like another Eli. Does he have the Eli's just clutchness? You know,
I mean, we've seen this story before. We've seen a gritty New York Giants team who are dogs, who are, you know, who have a marginal QB who, you know, in the regular season hasn't played well, but went to the playoffs and was absolutely electric. Hey, guess what? This is the start of that story, baby. I mean, I hate to say it as a Cowboys fan, but we've seen this before.
Oh,
we've seen it before. I'm nervous.